trips overseas seems off the same dime. No matter it lands heads or tails, you know new rent never fail. Eat a good burger and a soda on my Keenan and Kel. Let the world come hit my smoke way, I find peace in my L. Catch me so lost in my wins, look like a leaf never fell. She talk like J-Lo, move like J-Lo, her mystique serve her well. Ain't talking model cosmetics, butterscotch caprice off the shelf. Smooth as Mahashala, I'm from there in Muhammad it dwell. Go wings on my father's Honda like Obama's lapel. Let this shit rock, this real hip-hop at the helm, my ship tip top. I don't know just what they on, but notice how that shit still.
Yes, sir. We back with another one.
We pulling double duty.
Episode. Double duties of the podcast. If you see me in the same purple shirt, don't think I wore it twice. Just double it
Big
up.
B's.
They had to pay me double time today for these. You feel me? But we back. We back.
You got a new setup, Marcus. I know I'm messing up your intro, but you got a new setup. Cause you clear.
Yeah, you feel
You
me?
clear, cuz.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna tell them the secret sauce, you feel me? Mr. Krabs don't be just telling Plankton what's in it. You gotta go get your own, and you gotta figure that shit out. No, it's fine.
Make your own money.
Yeah, ring light goes a long way, don't it?
Okay. So that
Ring light
might be
goes a long way.
be what helps the clarity of the screen.
Of the
That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay.
that shit is always so
Yeah, his
fucking
shit's clear as hell, boy.
This
I need
shit
to
is
know
clear,
what
dog.
fucking camera you got. This nigga probably
I'll send it
this
to
nigga.
you.
You get it off
yeah, he
Amazon?
does
Or
it.
you just, okay.
$45.
All right, good investment. Look,
Something like that.
slight dub investment. Yes, Lord.
Right. With
Yeah.
the little ring camera
Okay.
too.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Little
Ring light.
Yeah, ring light. But we back, man. We back. Your boy Marcus. Got my man's.
Rashad, you
Hold
already
on,
know.
hold on. You don't get to say yours. He got a new name. Nigga, that's Damo Banks, nigga.
Not at all, bro.
As
Stupid, man.
That's our famous friend.
I'm trying to come up, yeah. Damo Marley. You know, he's been in Jamaica, Damo Marley.
Hey, I will say,
Famous
bro,
Dom.
if people don't have their passport, go get your passport, bro. I'm 33 years old. I'll be 34 in October. Go get your passport. If you don't got it, go get it. Definitely life-changing. I definitely had a great time. It's definitely probably like top tier vacation that I've ever been on just because of like just all the experience, bro. It's like, you hear about all-inclusive resorts and stuff, but you like until you get there and you like get to experience it, you like, damn, like I'm checking in, they bringing me rum punch at the check-in. I ain't even put my bags down. They're like,
Hey,
welcome
bro,
to Jamaica.
ain't even put the
I'm like, damn, this is crazy.
Hey, man. You be thinking it's fake or
Then
something.
like you get just all the drinking. Like I'm not a really heavy drinker anyway, but I drink sometimes.
Yeah.
And they don't use no bull alcohol either. You know what I'm saying? They actually use some good alcohols. My only complaint is, and this is the fatness in me, so excuse me, but the food like on the resort is kind of, unless you get to like reserve, you get to a reservation of one of the restaurants, but if you gotta go to the buffet and eat, yeah. And then the food that comes to the room service is it's just like some munchy food. Like
Regular
yeah,
food.
like if you just trying to come down or you trying to absorb a little alcohol, you just toss it back. But it was bland. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about bland. So so it was. But outside of that, bro, it's just where we was at, right there on the beach, steps from the beach, balcony view, and it's like. It's not like a hotel. Hotel, they give you bay view or one side view. You got to pay more for this view. Like, nah, all the rooms had a beach view, bro. So it was cool. It was cool. The only thing I didn't get to do that I wanted to do, bro, was like really try some like Jamaican food. Like, I didn't get a chance to do that, but I did all type of excursions. We got on a catamaran boat. We jet skied. We did ATVs. So it was a good time, bro. It was a good time, but I will highly suggest to anybody that don't have their passport and they thinking about it, just go get it. It's not the process don't take as long as people draw it out to be. Just do it, and then man, you schedule a trip. If it got to take you a year to pay it, 2 years, whatever, you know what I'm saying. Get you a travel agent and do it, bro, because it was definitely worth it.
We're doing it.
Yeah.
I would say I want to do like when it gets cold, not this year, but next year. Cold 2026.
Like when it gets cold
I don't
here,
know.
when it gets cold in the States, yeah, I'm trying to go there.
Yep.
I'm trying to go. My next one is either gonna be Aruba or Bahamas, bro. I got to go to one of them. I don't know which one, but I got to go for sure.
We just need to find a good deal. If I was to go like within the next year, I just got to find a good deal.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I gotta get out of here myself.
yeah, we dragging you along with us. You ain't got no choice.
Mm.
Ain't got no choice, man. Ain't got no choice. So, what was your favorite excursion that you did? And then what was your favorite own resort thing you did?
Okay, so we went for a wedding renewal. So shout out to the Gibsons, first of all. They 5-year anniversary. That was the reason that we went. They got married during COVID, and so their wedding got canceled twice. So they never got to experience walking down the aisle, the process of a wedding. They never get to experience it. They just got married in their living room with one witness for the groom and one witness for the bride, and their families were there, and that was it. You know what I mean? So this was the first time that they got to actually experience that. So I think that was like the best thing on because that was on the resort, and that's the reason where we went. So I'll definitely plug that. But outside of that, on the resort, just being right there on the beach, like literally, you know how like when you go to like somewhere on the beach, you gotta bring your towel, you gotta bring a umbrella, or if you don't bring it, you gotta pay for it. Well, shit, not at a resort. Like you just get out there and you just pick a spot, and every seat had a tiki umbrella, and we were in this thing called the Diamond Club Lounge or the Diamond Club. So we got to like sit in the cabanas, for free. You didn't have to pay for them and nothing like that. And then they just serving you, while you in the cabanas and then coming around. What you want to drink? Do you want something to eat? Just bringing us stuff, serving us on the beach. And then outside of the resort was the catamaran boat. I think I'm saying that right. Is it catamaran?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that was the best because we were all on there. It was like 26 of us on there. And they had food on there, and then it was all you can drink on there. And we got to snorkel, and then
Oh, so y'all got loose on
and
that
then we got
motherfucker.
to
Okay.
we actually got to go to they stopped us at like Margaritaville.
Okay, so y'all did the same. Y'all did kind of the same catamaran thing we did. Okay, it's interesting. Okay, so I was on the catamaran.
Mhm.
I bent over. I dropped my glasses. Did you see any glasses down there when you were scuba
Nah.
diving?
I do know that one of my friends, shout out to Los, you know how on the front of the catamaran they got the little net thing where you can.
That's why I was sitting on it.
So we was, I'm hefty, so I wasn't gonna lay. I was not gonna lay on that thing. I just
You wasn't
sat
gonna
on the
lay?
side, and put my feet right there. You know what I'm saying? But so
He's
he
weak.
came out and where we was sitting at, and he sat down, and it was so crazy. The night before, the guest of honor, they got us all, those one things that you put your phone in, like you get the water in them and stuff,
Yeah.
put on your neck. Well, some people were just too cool to bring them. I wasn't too cool to bring mine, but mine didn't have a lanyard. So I just had mine in my hand in the case. Los comes to sit down, bro, and his phone's in his pocket, bro. And it just falls in the ocean.
He did the same thing I
It
did,
just
bro.
falls in the ocean, bro. Like literally and he's just like, he didn't react or nothing because it's like at this point, there's nothing you can do. Like we in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, bro, and the phone is just gone. And he was like, "I just dropped my phone." Like he literally I just dropped my phone.
That's a cool
Yeah,
nigga right there.
and so it was funny because like his wife like was pulling up his text thread on his they share a location or whatever. So he's pulling up his text thread on her phone, and it said under his name, North Atlantic Ocean.
That's crazy.
So yeah, those are my highlights, bro. Of the trip. It was pretty cool though. Pretty legit.
That's what's up. Well, speaking of plug, and you said something about plugging. So speaking of plugging, come on, Damo. We need better from you.
What?
You in front of Desi Banks. We need something better
Man,
from
look,
you,
let me tell you
nigga.
something, bro. That
We need
was
real estate.
so look,
We
I
need
know. So
hot
I'm
estate.
gonna tell you, bro, how this went. And like it was just how it went was just crazy. So
By the way, his homie cooks
yeah,
for
Still Winning
Desi.
Kitchen, man. Shout out to Still Winning Meals, man. Still Winning Kitchen. If you need any catering needs, big or small, hit him up. It's Still Winning Kitchen on Instagram, on Facebook. He does a multitude of things. He's really good at what he does. So give him a shout, give him a follow, give him a holler. We had just got back from Jamaica, and I gotta tell y'all this story just to bring it all together. So if anybody knows Mills, bro, like Mills he's just who he is, bro. He's that kind of guy, like to know him is to love him, but he's just always looking for the deal. Like I know everybody got a friend that's like looking for, a deal, whether they can pay, he can pay for it probably 3 or 4 times over, but he just always looking for the deal. So anyway, like we said, we went to Jamaica, bro, and he told us that he had somebody that could hook him up with a flight or whatever. So if y'all don't know, when somebody says they can hook you up with a flight, that means you gotta be on standby. So if you don't know what standby is, it's basically you pay for your ticket, but the flight either has to be not full or somebody has to miss the flight for you to get your seat. So, if you in the States or something, cool, it's fine. I would do it. But we were flying international. So, we have a connecting flight. We don't live in a southern state that will just take us from, that place to Jamaica.
Straight.
So first flight is good. Mind you, we all leave between 5:50 and 7:30 in the morning. And he got his first flight. Well, he got to Miami, he didn't have a second flight.
My
So
God.
they didn't have a flight for him until the next day, and everybody got there like on the first day to do stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a full day. Like we got there right at check-in time.
Still
Yeah.
did.
So
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
he missed the whole day. He ended up having to fly into Kingston, Jamaica, which is 2 hours.
No, that's
Which is
about to
like 2
say.
hours away, and then he had to get shuttled to our resort, and on his shuttle, they got pulled over twice. And
My
the second time he
God.
got pulled over, they got pulled over with the police, and they got guns pulled out on them and stuff. So, like, it was probably, like, traumatizing or whatever, and they was, like, 5 minutes away from the resort. But they ended up
What?
making it, right? They made it, blah, blah, blah. So, he extends his stay because he missed a day. So, when we left on the Thursday and we came back on a Monday. So now he's coming back on a Tuesday. So goes to the airport, goes through the same thing, and they don't have a flight. So he had to leave the airport, get an Airbnb for the night, stay at the Airbnb. Mind you, his woman is pissed at him both times. So they had to end up staying 2 extra nights in Jamaica. So they didn't get back to Louisville until Wednesday night. Gets back on Wednesday
No.
night. Desi Banks comes on Friday. They
Right.
hit him up on Thursday, and like, it was late when they hit him up. So like they trying to iron out all the details, blah, blah, blah. He tells me about it, and I'm like, shoot, if you get some extra tickets, bro, if they comp you some tickets, man, me and Rachel would like to go. We was just talking about going, but we just got back from Jamaica. We cool. We ain't gonna stress it, right? So he ended up texting me like maybe like 1:30 on Friday and was like, "We good," right? So I'm like, "Damn." At this point, now me and you, Marcus, we got children, so you know how that goes. Like, you gotta go somewhere,
Right.
you have to secure a babysitter. So I'm like, "Damn, bro!" Like, I gotta, And our parents work, bro. Both of our parents work and they work 2 jobs. So I'm like trying to figure this out, but we gotta figure it out, right? And so we go down there and so I just help him out, getting him in there, getting the food set up, and we backstage and like we got to meet all the comedians. We got to meet Tyler Chronicles, Ugly Ass Jason, which is a funny name, Larry Starks from Lexington. We got to
Yeah.
meet his managers, and the manager's name is Mike, so he was already there. Desi wasn't there yet.
Right.
By the time he gets there, bro, like he's live, like he's literally live when he pulls up, bro, like on Twitch. I think it was either Twitch or YouTube live.
Oh, for
Yeah.
real?
So he pulls up, bro, live, and he tries Mills's food on, you know, on camera. So that was pretty cool. But like, you know, it was just a thing where I'm helping out. I didn't wanna, be able I wasn't even thinking about myself or anything else. I was just trying to help him execute what he was trying to do, and then trying to make sure everything was alright, and then we went to enjoy the show, came back after the show, and, we kinda got to converse with the people, and they were just talking about how good the food was and all this stuff, and then Desi did come in and, like, take pictures with us and talk to us for a little bit, but I wasn't even thinking about, like, saying the real estate stuff because he does real estate, and I wasn't even thinking about it, bro. Because I was just, like, in the moment, just having a good time, bro, like, and then after I left, I was like, "Bro, I didn't even say nothing about real estate. I didn't even say nothing about anything." Like, I just was like, "What's up, man? Nice to meet you," blah, blah, blah. He harped on me last time he was here because I sat in the front row again. I was right in the corner in his view. I'm an easy target because 'cause I'm big, so he joked on me for having sleep apnea and shit, bro. Had the whole crowd fucking rolling. So, like, I kinda connected him with him about that, but I don't know, bro. I just forgot, bro. I was just in the moment because I gotta do better. You right, though.
Nah,
I got
I
I don't
feel
even
you. I
care.
mean,
I'm not gonna lie. I don't even care about your real estate. It's the iCast and the
my
iCast
bad,
only.
Chris. My bad, Chris. I got you, bro.
That's
It's all
petty.
good.
That's petty. That's petty. Petty Pendergrass right here beside
but
me.
no, I feel like it's something like that. Not like he's the biggest celebrity
Stupid,
ever,
bro.
but just shit going on, and you just like shit. I'm
Yeah,
here, like I
bro.
don't
You
know.
he's enjoying
Yeah, and I ain't
life.
never
He's just
been, like, backstage and nothing like that, bro, so it was just a pretty cool experience, bro, just to see how the
I think I have
inner workings go and how stuff goes and, all that stuff.
Seeing it from that
Yeah,
point of view,
right from that.
yeah,
Yeah, from the production point of
yeah,
view.
for
Yeah,
sure.
that's crazy. Shit. How was he?
He was good.
Was
He
he?
was good, bro. You can tell, like, he's starting to get his footing, you know what I'm saying? He's starting to develop his style, you know what I mean? Because he's just more so of a, like, he's got a set, but he's also, like, got time within his routine where, you know what I'm saying, he
freestyle.
yeah, where he gets on people in the crowd and shit. You know what I'm saying? And that just kinda helps him warm up. You could tell,
Move.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So, he was really good though, bro, to be honest with you, bro, and it was a long set. It was probably about 45 minutes. It wasn't wasn't short. It was
Yep, just
pretty
fine.
good set, bro. So to keep people engaged and that long and laughing and all that stuff, like, it's not an easy feat, you know what I'm saying? Then it's just to come from doing comedy clubs and now he's in theaters, bro, and
That's what I was gonna say.
it was probably about 90% full, you know what I mean? So, like,
Okay.
so just to see, him being I was at the comedy club when he came last year, and this year, you know
Yep.
what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's pretty cool, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It was a good show overall. I'll probably put it like a 8.7 out of 10. And yeah, that's how I rate it, just like that.
My man's out of Lexington. How was
I
he?
thought he was good, bro. I thought he was good. And he had to come on. He was in the middle. So he came on right before Desi. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he had to warm up. Yeah,
So
he had to
he
warm him
had
up.
2. He had 2. He's got Tyler Chronicles. It's like I don't know if y'all ever been to a comedy show, but it's just like a concert. they got warm-up acts. You know what I'm saying? The first warm-up act might not be as long as the second warm-up act, and then you got a host that comes in between the warm-up acts. Tyler Chronicles is the host, and then Ugly Ass Jason, that's his name. That's funny. That's his name. Ugly Ass Jason's the first opener, and then Larry Starks is the second opener. And then it's Desi Banks. So he was good. He was real good.
Ugly ass Jason.
Yeah, that's his name. Or it might be Funny Ass Jason. It was one of them, bro. I think it was Ugly Ass Jason though, because I was like, bro, why is that your name, bro?
Is it this nigga? Hold on.
He's from Detroit.
Is it this nigga?
Yes, that's him. Ugly Ass Jason.
His name's Ugly Jason. Ugly Jason. Ugly_Jason 24.
But when I asked him, I'm like, what's your name, bro? He was like, Ugly Ass Jason.
I told you.
I was like, damn, bro, for real, that's your name?
Detroit niggas is funny. BFB the Pac-Man ass. Nigga said, he said, my uncle doing something. He back to smoking meth again. Nigga BFB the Pac-Man. There's something wrong with that nigga. We were saying how Detroit niggas, though, they on a different. They always different.
Yeah, for sure.
I fuck with them, but they different. Trying to think what else.
Y'all been all right. I see y'all been picking up a lot of traction with the pod, man. Y'all been doing good, man. Way to stay consistent. Way to keep going. Way to keep doing what y'all doing. We can't take this
Got more-
long before I come back on though. Again, I'll have to people's elbow you niggas, man.
Crazy. Wait till summer's
Yeah,
playing.
you
I'm about to
niggas,
be
you
very
niggas is blowing up and shit, getting neuroscientists and shit, neurotherapy. What was
Right.
what's the how you say it?
Stimulate your local economy. Let's turn dollars with each other. Shout out Mac. Shout out my first CEO. Like I said, shout out Sack Baby. You know what I'm saying? There's old school 90s style jump shoe. Made well. Made very well. They don't make them like these no more. It's light, but I'm telling you, it keeps you really warm, bro. Check my man's out. He has much assortment of different kind of stuff. So, but it has jumpsuits, has tops and the runners. So you gotta check them out.
Neuropsychologist and shit, you know.
She going on the news and
Yeah,
stuff.
so you
Yeah,
know,
she on-
She's
hey
literally,
man, you know,
you know,
y'all just keep doing what y'all doing, man. Just keep having me, but just keep doing what y'all doing. I know the hardest thing about podcasting is like being consistent and like figuring out a schedule, figuring out, you know, and I know y'all just rolling out, but just figuring it out, bruh, you know. I think y'all got a good thing going. So just keep going, bro. That's all I can say. I know it's, you know, I think I had heard, I think it was like when y'all first started and y'all was talking to B Funds, y'all was talking about like, you know, about 90% of podcasts don't make it past, you know, I don't know, was it the third episode or something like that or whatever? I don't know what the statistic was, but it was a
It was either the
statistic
third or
that
the
either he
10th.
said or you said. And, you know, I think it's just one of the harder things to do because it's like constantly having something to talk about. And I think it's just being able to gravitate to people. I don't think talking is hard. So we talk about a multitude of things. We talk about education. We talk about, you know, current events. We talk about sports. We talk about, you know, the future.
Neuropsychology.
Yeah, neuropsychology. So it's like for y'all to just be able to have a, you know, a multitude of things to talk about and keep people going. You know, I see y'all get posted on a lot of people's stories, you know what I'm saying, that I didn't even know that, you know what I'm saying, who that y'all knew them or that it had gravitated to these people. Like, just keep going, man. That's all I can say. Keep going.
appreciate it.
Yeah. And on top of that, we just trying to be a lightning rod for the community, man.
Yeah. That's all you can be.
Yeah,
All we try.
because that's the hardest part is all the, you know, the behind the scenes, because the me and him talking and our topics, that's easy.
Yeah.
Like we were doing this without the
yeah.
camera. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? This is what we talk about when we call each other. Is, you know,
Yeah.
oh, I heard this conspiracy. Did you hear about that? What about this? You know what I mean? So that's easy. So, but
Yeah, it is.
all the good
Hardest,
stuff, it'll come.
you know, the hardest part, editing, getting it out, getting people for next week, scheduling, timing,
Yeah.
our wives, or significant others,
Yeah.
all that shit. That's all that's hard. That's
Niggas,
hard.
motherfuckers don't
So
even know what
respect
time. They don't
everybody.
even know what time we're recording right now. So
It's
I don't
right.
even
They don't know
know.
what time we record. Now niggas about to wake up here. You feel me?
Yeah. So yeah,
What their
for sure.
schedules is. If they just worked a double, whatever. That's why, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Then what else? All right, what we want to get into? You want to ask Damo some cultural shit before we get into our top fives? Or just
You can. I got a few things
Yeah,
to
we can
go
start
into.
with yours. You gotta
All
see.
right.
We'll call this the Damo spectrum.
Okay. I like it.
We gotta come up with a better name, but as of for right now.
All right. So I know y'all done seen Woke Wimby.
What?
Bro, so listen. Victor Wembanyama, he's been training, doing a closed door martial arts training at a Shaolin temple in China. And he shaved his head, bro. He's bald right now. Is he gonna be a problem for the league even more than he already is? They calling him Woke Wimby. He's over there, like, there's videos, like, he's over there training like a monk, bro.
Not if the San Antonio Spurs roster keep looking like it.
Okay, so y'all want me to be real with y'all? I told y'all this a couple weeks ago about the Spurs, bro. I told y'all a couple.
You can't stand watching them. You don't give a
I
fuck.
can't,
You don't give a damn what he's doing.
nobody
Don't give a damn.
can. Even when Tim Duncan and Manu and Tony Parker was on there, I I don't be understanding sometimes how some of these franchises and organizations can literally keep living off 20 years ago. Like, bro, no, we're not talking about that right now, but we're not talking. So I don't know. And then as far as Wimby, bro, like, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, Rashad, bro. You name me anybody over 7'3" that has ever sustained their health. It's just hard, bro. Their limbs are not the same as regular people. Stuff happens, might have a couple of good years, and I know he's a unicorn, but 82 games, long season, bro. That's a long season. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what causes blood clots because that's what he had.
I know, but I'm just
know
saying that he was hurt. He was hurt the year before, his rookie year. See what I'm saying? So it's already trending how we know what it is. You had a player on your team stay hurt, Porzingis, when he played for Dallas. Yao Ming. We can just keep going. Anybody that's been over 7'3", bro. And, like, it's just the truth, bro. It's hard to sustain. It's hard to sustain that level of high play and do all that over the period of time of games that they have. They play a lot of games and they play back-to-backs and they might 3 or 4 games a week. That's a long season, bro. It's a long season.
It is.
But
and it's hard for him to gain weight. Like, he needs to gain weight to do anything, he needs to be able to gain weight.
But to Rashad's point, he said, will it be trouble? And I'll say, it will.
The Woke Wimby.
Yeah, but that's about it. That's where it's gonna stop at.
I don't got no. I don't see no trouble, bro. I don't see no trouble.
Okay, Damo. I got another one for
Okay.
you. Spin us into this. Bill Simmons, he said that he thinks a deal could already be done and they're just waiting until after the draft to announce KD to the Spurs. You think that changes anything?
No.
He said it too confidently for me. No.
Okay. Now we're gonna
me.
we're gonna break this down. I'm gonna try to be quick. We're gonna break it down though. Kevin Durant is an all-time great. He's an all-time scoring great. He's an all-time great, period. He does not make your team better. He doesn't make your team better. He's a piece.
Right.
He's a piece, but he can't lead, bro. We've seen it. He couldn't do it in OKC. So you go to the state where you don't have to lead. The pressure of you leading is off because Steph and Draymond are the leaders. They already had an infrastructure in place on what to do. You just need to come in and score. We just need you to come in and do what KD does. Then you leave to go to Brooklyn. That's a piece of shit. Then you leave there, and then you go to the Suns. That's a piece of shit. I'm just saying the proof is in the pudding, bro. We got to keep it a buck when it comes to, you know what I'm saying? And I know, like, it's just hard, bro. It's hard to be, what the multitude of people want you to be. He's happy with who he is. He gets to hoop, he gets to make money, and he's got 2 championships. He's cool with that. The rest of the world wants him to be this guy. You know, they want him to be the next person. They wanted him to take over the throne from LeBron. That's the media, all that stuff. That gives them the takes and all that stuff. But no, to answer your question, in short form, no, that doesn't change a damn thing.
Damo literally just said he's the Bryson Tiller of basketball. I'm not giving you trap soul no more. You niggas need to accept that shit. I'm not giving you that shit no more. That shit's cooked. I'm not going back to that. If you don't like
No,
Chow,
I agree
I
with
don't know what to
Damo's
tell
take.
you.
It's
Oh, my bad. Hold up.
he I just mean, and the same thing with you. Like, it's just like he's a scorer, all-time great, but he can't be a leader. He's more of
And
a piece of a team.
him going to the Spurs is exactly not the place because he has to be the leader.
Right.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
yeah, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work.
You know, I
Not
know they
based
got
on
Diener and Fox now and stuff, but you know,
nah,
you know what I'm saying? At that point, bro, you need to
Okay.
stay young. I think if you're a young team, stay young. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be a young team.
Yeah.
You got Castile,
I
you
agree
Be
got
with you.
patient.
Fox, you got Wemby. You got a young team. Now you might need a couple like veteran pieces to come in, but you don't need a KD. You know what I'm
But
saying?
not a
Yeah,
KD.
you don't need a KD.
Don't gut your team.
Yeah,
Hell no.
you'll be looking like the Suns.
What about there's a few other teams that are interested because that's just Bill Simmons said that. Tell me, does he make a difference on any of these teams?
New York, no.
Already said the Spurs, the Knicks, the Rockets, the Heat, or the Timberwolves.
The Heat.
The Timberwolves.
He's not
The
moved.
Heat. The Heat.
Why? No.
That's the
Pat Riley wants a nigga to be 120% in, and a nigga like
I'm
KD.
just telling you, we talking about fits.
He stayed with one foot out the door.
Here's what I'm saying, Marcus. We talking about fits, bro. We ain't talking about we talking about fits. Two of the teams that you just mentioned made to the conference finals. Minnesota's made it there the last 2 years. They don't need a KD to do it, bro. They just need one more year of gelling to get there. They already been to the
One more.
conference finals twice in the last 2 years. They might need another little piece, or they might need to get a little younger. You feel me? Or whatever. But they already there. They got pieces on the bench that don't even touch the court that can be contributors. You feel me?
Hell yeah.
I'm standing on that hill. I think you pay. What's his name? Nas Reed.
You got
'Cause
to.
I think that is the whole reason y'all were able to get rid of Cat. If Nas Reed didn't ascend how he did, they probably would have kept Cat. See what I'm saying? So I don't think you don't need to give up any of your young pieces for Kevin Durant at this point in his career. New York, I don't think so either. You gonna have
You think they capped out?
no, you're just gonna have 2 ball stoppers, bruh.
Yeah, yep. Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying?
I'm a Jalen Brunson.
You got there's 2 volume shooters on one team, bruh.
Yep, that's
That
not
ain't
gonna
gonna
work.
work, bruh.
So I got a question for you. What do you think New York can do then? They can't. This team is the best team they've had in a decade and a half, or 2 decades and a half, and they couldn't get past what they got. What do they do from here? Fired their coach already.
That was stupid.
They're about bringing Mike
That was
Malone.
dumb. I think that's the
Yeah.
first thing they need to do is bring in Mike Malone. That's the first thing. That's the first thing they need to
Mhm.
do, and then he needs to know how he's gonna be able to save them at some point in time in the NBA. This is what they always say, the rotation shortens up in the playoffs, right? The reason the rotation shortens up in the playoffs is because you need those guys that aren't gonna play in the playoffs. They need to be able to spot your guys that you're gonna need in the playoffs to take them in the long series and long games. They need to spot them during the year so they don't get tired out in the playoffs. That's what happened in New York. They got tired. And Tibbs doesn't play anybody else. You gotta play
Right.
McBride. You gotta play, all these you gotta play these players, bruh. You gotta play them earlier in the season to help get you wins, bruh. And then
That
and then
Delonte Wright.
and then
his my
then
man's
even
name?
in the playoffs, when you're in the playoffs, you gotta trust them to say, okay, I need you to spell me 5 minutes. I need you to spell me 7 minutes throughout the game. I need to give Brunson the rest. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. I think they got a good overall team. They need a new coach in there, and they need to use their youth to help them create depth, for when they go longer in the season. Houston, same thing. They're young. They don't need a KD. Like, bro, what are we talking about?
Grow up. Grow up. Yeah, you grow up. Come on, bro.
It's just like at some point, bro, we got to be able to move on from this era of basketball. And it's going to be very hard because this is the era that we grew up on. You know what I'm saying? But every era goes through this. At some point, you got to be able to be like, we got to move on as an organization. We can't throw our future away trying to win now and we ain't going to win. You know what I mean? If you're going to win now, you got to go all chips in. We got to luxury tax, whatever we got to do, you know what I'm saying? But we got to win because it won't mean nothing if we don't win. Like, we're just throwing away our future. So that's why I said the Heat is the only team because they don't really have any star power on their team, bro. They got rid of their star power, and that was Jimmy Butler. He's iffy to me as as star power. He's a great basketball player, but I'm just saying star power, they don't have anybody on their team that, that can ascend them.
Move the needle.
He needs to go somewhere like Memphis, somewhere random.
Yeah, but I don't think that's happening.
He ain't gonna let it happen.
Of course he's not. I'm just saying he needs to go somewhere.
They said the deal was in place with Golden State at the trade deadline, and he said no.
Yeah, because he don't want to play with Draymond's stupid ass.
He don't want to go back.
What else you got for us?
Are you frozen, Mark?
Yeah, for a second. What else you got for us?
I got one more. I don't know why I'm so Spurs heavy. It's just so happened to be the shit that I had. They said that the ice cream sandwich is the Tim Duncan of ice cream because it's the greatest to ever do it. It's dependable, has crazy numbers, but it's nothing flashy about it. Do you agree with that?
Probably.
Ice cream sandwich is the best to do it.
It's like big fundamental. It's a fundamental. It's one of the best to ever do it. Tim Duncan ain't the best to ever do it.
No. I ain't even talking about Tim Duncan right now. I'm talking about talking about the comparison to an ice cream sandwich as being the best to ever do it.
Ice cream sandwich is a top 10 ice cream product.
We all ate that as kids.
It's
one of those
product. Stop, Damos.
No,
it's one of those that the parents would get. You can go get you a whole box and get, you got some kids over. Here, everybody, just take you one.
Yep, get you.
I can't agree with that. I can agree that if we're gonna compare that, we can say he's vanilla ice cream. Let's just say that. Like,
nah,
we're not gonna sit here and say.
I'm not giving him vanilla. That's too much.
I feel like ice cream sandwich is a little bit.
That's too high.
I feel like an ice cream sandwich is a little bit too on brand.
I feel like Larry Bird is vanilla ice cream. Like, it's too high.
Are you talking about? Wait, let me let you finish your point.
You picked it up. I know you did. Yeah, I know you did. It's okay.
Black on the outside.
You know what I'm saying? You picked it up. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit too on brand.
Man, that nigga,
you know what I'm saying? We might have skipped a little bit. That was a little bit too close to being on brand. But, I mean, yes, Tim Duncan is one of those. Like, that's what I said. But
that's Reggie Miller. They said he was dressed like an undercover cop.
Bro, that was nasty. Okay? That was nasty.
The only thing he was missing was a belt
buckle. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I done seen Reggie Miller on a couple occasions dressed regularly. That nigga need to stay in a suit. Okay?
Hey,
that nigga
he looked like
right
a nigga
there,
whose
boy.
older sister beats him up.
The way he was
like
dressed. Have y'all seen All the Smoke? The way he was dressed on All the Smoke. The way he was dressed at the UCLA USC game, and then this last thing at the Indiana game, that was just all time terrible. The man had a hoodie. He had a hoodie, the jersey on over the hoodie. The hoodie and the jersey half tucked. Half tuck,
He
not
looked like
full.
hey.
I wouldn't even respect it if it was a full tuck. He had half tuck. Come on, bro. That's nasty, bro.
That's all the smoke.
Yeah, that's nasty.
That's what he was wearing.
How is he from California, but he dresses like he's from Indiana? That don't even
He
make
lives.
sense.
That was my next question,
He just-
Marcus. Where's he
He's from
from?
California,
He's from
bro.
California.
He's from California.
He dresses. Don't he dress like his big sister beats him up when he gets home?
Straight up.
Cheryl-
Wedgies and all.
Yeah, I bet Cheryl used to.
That's
just
what he said on the
short that nigga.
podcast on All the Smoke. He just said he could never beat her. He used to make her mad, and he said that's why he learned how to shoot. He said he shoots like this, so when he shoots, his wrist click. And he said the reason he developed his shot like that, and like they never changed it because you know how it is. People want to change his shot, and his dad used to tell people like don't change his shot, you know. But he said in order for him to get his shot off against Cheryl, he had to raise up and click his wrist out like that. So that's why he shoot.
Yeah, Cheryl used to bully that nigga.
He
boy.
said, you know, he couldn't beat her. He said he could never beat her. Yeah.
That makes sense.
But back to your Spurs thing, that goes back to how I said that boring. Tim Duncan was boring, bro. But it's okay. Like just because he was boring, doesn't mean he's not great. He was just boring, bro. That team, watching them play is boring. They didn't have any athletes. When you watch sports, bro, for entertainment purposes, like the Spurs are a coach's dream. You know what I'm saying? The Spurs are a coach's dream. They do everything right. They hustle. They fundamentals off the glass, you know, use the square, that coach's dream. But from entertainment value, they were not entertaining. So it's hard to watch. It's like, damn, we gotta watch these dudes again. Like, you didn't ever have no high flyers. You didn't have nobody that can, you know, like, bro, Bruce Bowen, Robert Ory, David Robinson.
You ain't like when Manu Ginobili used to come down the lane left-handed with one arm.
Of course, bro, but I'm just saying they didn't have nobody that can play above the rim at all, bro. Everybody was below the rim. Boris Diaw couldn't jump over a quarter.
Hey, don't say that's disgusting. He won. He won. He said he wins.
That's it.
That's it.
The game's over.
I'm saying so.
They had
had to watch the bad back T-Mac. That's what I call him.
Bad back T-Mac. That's hilarious.
back spasm.
He was spazzing out there. His back was. He wasn't.
Petty.
But by Damo's standards, right? He said a coach's dream is the worst for the ratings. So obviously, by his standards, then the team that's best for the team that's best for the ratings is a coach's nightmare. So JJ Redick, right? The Lakers, he'd be over there like getting here. He'd be losing.
Headache.
So I don't know. It's
It is
a
a
double-edged sword. You know, it's cool though. I know I ain't talked to y'all since, but I know I'm about to switch subjects real quick. Rashad, you have anything else?
No, that's it.
He didn't.
Besides the finals.
How y'all feel about you know?
No.
How y'all feel, man?
No.
Steel City in the building, bro.
No.
Y'all gotta tell me, man. What's going on?
Right.
Bro. 1 second.
Larry.
He made me do it. I wasn't even gonna do it. It's my last one tonight. Fuck it.
Go ahead.
Cheers, my guy.
Marcus.
Cheers. Long season ahead. Long season. 17 weeks is the season now? Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
All right, so I'm gonna ask this question: What would be a win? What would be a? I already know how y'all feel about it, so we ain't gonna spend too much time. But how would y'all? What is like as a Steelers fan? What's an acceptable season for y'all this year? What's an acceptable like? All right, I ain't mad at the end of the season because I know the last 3 or 4 years is y'all one and done, y'all overachieved, you know, blah blah blah. But as Steelers fans, what's an acceptable season this year where y'all be like, okay, you know, I'm all right with that.
There really ain't one because that answer is not gonna happen. First off, every team wants to win the Super Bowl.
But every fan is realistic too. So I want to know y'all realistic.
Second off, right. A realistic would be to get past where we got last year. So second round of the playoffs, you know, at least. I guess, you know, that would make me be like, all right, but at the same time, I'm ready to blow it all up. before the season even starts. So it's just like it's another wasted year to me. Just waiting for another season to be over for us to finally, okay, maybe we'll make some real splashes in this off season because it's over now. I mean, we ruined it.
Marcus, what about
So
you? What's a successful season?
Acceptable conference championship. I feel that way because because the way I feel about Aaron
exactly.
Rodgers, because he stole a Super Bowl from us. So I really think we deserve a Super Bowl appearance.
Okay.
Now, like Rashad said, I don't think it's going to happen. So with those two things being said in that mindset, I don't know because I feel like we should be building towards the future, and I don't feel like this does it. I feel like I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like we're one more TJ Watt injury away from him being on the trading block too, because we just can't. He's sitting out for the mini camp. He wants more money. We'll give him more money. But at the end of the day, like you get hurt again, like you're starting to become damaged goods a little. You know how the NFL is. You know your value starts to coming down further and further. So I start thinking of things where I'm like, should we just blow all this shit up and say fuck it? I think about that all the time. And Cam Hayward's about to leave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of shit's about to change, man. So I'm just like,
So
I don't know.
what I've
Who's our
seen
mainstay? Who's our mainstay? Like when we look at it, like once Aaron Rodgers goes, once Cam Hayward goes,
is messed up.
who's our
It's gotta
main?
be DK Metcalf now. At this point,
You said
it's
who?
gotta be DK Metcalf now. At this point,
Yes, and he just got there. Like
I know,
as
but I'm
like
just
you
saying
asking for the nigga who just.
that's gonna be your mainstay. That's your mainstay. But for him, it would have been George Pickens.
pathetic.
But we know y'all don't pay receivers after their first contract. Y'all ship them off.
So this paid wide receiver, while our other wide receivers are on the run right now, apparently, or something. Because since we don't pay wide receivers, you ain't heard about that, have you?
Who?
Antonio
I'm the one that fucking broke it. I already forgot, bro.
Antonio Brown.
Oh, he's on the run?
They
He's
said
wanted
he's
for
wanted
attempted
for
murder.
attempted murder or something like that. I don't know how true it is. It was just a Facebook little
It popped
picture.
up on my Twitter timeline though.
I'm gonna have to search this one once we get off.
I don't know how
gotta dig.
serious.
I gotta dig for
I
that.
think the context I think it was like a public fight or something, so the context might be a little blown out of proportion. It's the only thing I'll say before we go any
He
further.
choked the
Okay,
nigga last time.
okay.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's like something.
See, so like
You
y'all,
do
I mean, I think y'all both have a good point on where y'all want y'all team to be. So like for me this year, all I want us to do is be 500 in conference games. So
yeah.
what's that? How many conference games you played? 8? You played half?
8. So
So
Jacksonville
we played Jacksonville twice. We played Indianapolis twice. And we played
and Houston.
twice. So what's that? 6 games?
Oh.
So that's 6 games? Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's gonna be hard for y'all.
I know, but I'm saying just half and half. We gotta win half of those.
I was just gonna say it's gonna be hard because the Houston Texans got Cardi B now, so it's gonna be tough.
No,
Wait,
he's with the
hey, he's with
Patriots now.
the Patriots.
Yeah, he's with the Patriots.
He plays for the Patriots,
Oh, he
bro.
need to stop
Patriots.
acting like it. That's why he's acting like that. That's why he's acting like that because he knows that nigga's about to go back to school. That nigga's about to get locked up. No more pink your digs for your digs.
Yeah,
No more.
he's at the Patriots. But yeah, I think
They seeing
Damn, my bad.
no,
My
you
bad.
good. I think we just need to try to be at least 500 or one game under 500 in the conference, and at least win 7 games, bro. And I feel like that's not too much to ask. Still a losing record, bro. You know, so and then
Yeah, but it's a rookie quarterback.
I don't want to see Will Levis at all. At all. Will Levis doesn't need to touch the field. He don't need to touch it.
All I'm knowing is if you order anything with mayo on it, that breaks the curse. Don't eat any mayo the rest of the football season. And Will Levis
Sure.
not. That's just what it is. What's it gonna say?
wait. You're a Titans fan, right? So you want to see Cam Moore just play through it all. I feel you.
We've seen the Levis, bro. They got us the number 1 pick in the draft. We don't need to see him no more.
He brought
Yeah,
his Kim
we
more.
don't need
Y'all
to
can get it.
we don't need to see him.
Fuck it.
We don't
Fuck
we
it.
don't need
Double
to
down.
see
Get
him at
another number
all.
one
It's
pick. Fuck
fine.
it. Run it back.
We don't need to see him. We just need to, we just don't need to see him, in my opinion. I think we're fine. I think we just need to see Cam and go through the growing pains if there's gonna be growing pains and be okay with it. You know what I'm saying? He's got him some
Yeah.
receivers to throw the ball to. I think we're gonna be fine.
A nigga Tone came on and said he's an Indianapolis Colts fan. He said during the draft when Will Levis came out, he was praying that they didn't draft him. Said he was so happy. Then they end up with Anthony Richardson. Oh gosh.
It's messed up,
Tony
bro, because I
Rich.
feel like he had the highest ceiling in his draft. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got the highest ceiling, but like I just don't think he's
Yeah.
got tapped in. He tapped in already.
Me either. And I'm glad they're not good because Indiana's too good at sports right now. They piss me off. They piss me. They're too good at sports right now. Like, fuck Signetti. Not for real, I like him, but like,
Did y'all see
yeah, fuck you, Isaac. I said it. Isaac, Lindsay's.
you might not have a
Niggas been
kid,
sending
but
us
just
Halliburton and shit. Get the fuck out of here. Damn about
y'all
no how
see
about the
since
Hallie fan.
since Jim Irsay passed away,
Oh
his
yeah,
daughter,
R.I.P. Jim.
Mike Tone said was taking over. One of them was on the sideline with the little headset and they wilding like,
Bro, it's called
social media.
micromanaging, bro. Nobody
So
wants
you
to
caught
see
hold of
that,
that?
bro.
What?
The daughter,
She's wearing a
she's
headset,
on the
bro, to make sure
sideline
the
with the
people know what they
headset,
talking
bro.
about.
Yeah, and that was her response. That like people like, what we
What are
don't
you
see
talking
only
about? The daughter was.
The dog.
his
So
daughter.
now, like she's been on the sideline with the headset on, listening like the play calls and stuff like that, making sure that the coaches know what they're
And
doing.
yeah,
Like
that's
you
What
her
the
know what
fuck
you
does
response.
that
doing.
even mean? What does that even mean?
I
Don't
ain't
talk.
gonna say it.
Don't
I ain't
do
gonna
that.
say it.
Don't do
I ain't
that.
gonna say it.
Don't say
Don't
it,
do
bro.
I ain't
They
even
will
gonna go
kill
there.
us.
Yep. I ain't even gonna
Don't
go
say
there.
it, bro.
Just know social media is wilding out with that meat. Like, if
Because,
that
bro, I
might be
felt
a
the same way,
meme
bro,
coming up.
about my owner, our owner. She's a woman, and I feel like she just made like emotional decisions instead of rational ones. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah, you definitely cooked.
like
You cooked.
she fired. I know, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Like at the time, bro. So this is why I say that.
You got a woman owner too now. Rashad, Dallas Mavericks, nigga. Keep going.
But look, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. She brought in a GM with Mike Vrabel the year after the AJ Brown trade. Our GM at the time, Rand Carthon, like literally did a great job building the roster. He did. Like, can't give him no. He really did do a good job of building the roster. But y'all fired his coach.
Right. That's what I was about to say. That's taking 2 steps back.
So you fire his coach, then you get a new coach. We had to deal with Levis, and then we had to deal with paying Tannehill his last year.
Oh come on, that's a lot of bad. That's a lot of bad shit going on.
Tannehill to
And
Levis, my God.
Tannehill to Levis.
And then you fire your coach. Then the next year you fire the GM on his second year. What are you doing? You didn't even give him a chance to flip it. Like when I seen that news, bro, and they fired Carthon, and I liked him, bro, because the way he was building the team, I could tell like he knew what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? But he
Right.
just didn't get the time to do it, and he was, you know what I'm saying? So he just didn't get the time to do it, and I think it was messed up, So we'll see, bro. Like I said, I'm a Tennessee Titan fan lifer, but I'm a resident Baltimore Raven fan. So if you see me with purple on cheering on number 8, mind your damn business.
Right.
Shit. Shit. Aaron Rodgers fuck around, do some bullshit after the first 4 weeks. I'm on that bitch too.
Hey, that's that's my default go to.
Big B's. We're gonna switch that B over. That shit's about to be
To
purple behind
make
you.
it purple.
Shit about to change colors. All right.
Mhm.
Let me see. Quick answer. Michael Beasley versus Melo, 1-on-1. Who you got?
Told you. But what I tell y'all earlier,
Why? Why do you say so, Damo?
Bruh, Michael Beasley is the most talented player that never got a great shot. You know what I'm saying? That man, if you ever watch him talk, if you follow him on Instagram, that nigga is just all about basketball. You could tell that was his outlet, bro. That's all he give a damn about. Like the way he sold that one-on-one matchup like it was a fucking boxing fight. When he was sitting there across from Lance talking to him, saying all that shit like, I'm gonna back you down, I'm gonna do it slow. Like people was, trying to make it some weird shit. But like, bro, he was dead serious, bro. Like he was dead serious, bro, because that's who he is, bro. And I think it would be a good matchup. I'm not gonna say it would be a blowout like it was against Lance. Lance was overmatched. Beasley is just he's 6'8", 6'9", 6'10". He's he got a big frame. He can shoot over you. He can drive. He's lengthy. I think it would be a good matchup. Just as Joe Johnson and Mike Beasley. That would be a good one too. But yeah, I don't. I'm going Mike Beasley, bro. What'd you say, Rashad? Who'd you say?
I think I said Beasley because
He thinks
I
he's
just
in
feel
better
like,
shape.
yeah, at this exact moment. We ain't talking about the height of their careers. We're talking about right now. I'm looking at Melo, on this podcast and stuff. I'm like you said, I can just see the hunger Beasley still
You still
has
got it,
right
bro.
now. And I'm like, I think he would actually beat him. I mean, just being honest.
Yeah, it's like one of the greatest retired hunters, and that nigga's like, I'm done hunting. And then a nigga who's still hunting, he's like, I'm still out here hunting, nigga.
Because
Nigga ain't never
he felt like his career was slighted. He never got the chance
right. That's what I'm saying.
to elevate.
But wait, there's more. Her and her team created the Friend D mobile app, designed to support individuals experiencing cognitive impairment, known as CI, as well as their caregivers, healthcare professionals, and family members. Available in an app store near you, Friend D combines mind exercises, information tracking, and assessment tools to help manage and potentially slow or reverse the progression of CI. The name Friend D blends the Greek word for brain, friend, with the concept of a friend, symbolizing the app's goal to be a supportive companion in brain health.
Like he wanted to, and he still has that respect from all of his peers. So I feel like people know what's up with Beasley, bro. He just never got the chance to, really, he was already typecast when he came in, who he was and all that type of stuff.
I'm gonna burn the village down. I'm gonna burn the whole village down.
Yeah. So shout out to Michael Beasley. I'm scared of that nigga now. DeMarcus Cousins fight. Have you ever wiped your balls and made a man sniff it? And if you
Not
did, what did it
not
lead
that I
to?
can recall.
Okay, just want to make sure. All right, we can move to the next thing. That's all I wanted to say.
No.
That nigga, same old DeMarcus Cousins, boy. That's the same one that did Jared Swapshire, hit that Jared Swapshire on the nigga. You feel me?
Yeah.
You feel me? That's the sound. Speaking of Vince Marrow, stoop kid leaves the stoop. I don't think people like that comment. I thought it was
I
hilarious.
think that's hilarious. That's
Stoop
perfect.
kid leaves the stoop.
I did not realize he's
kid
been there for 12 years, bro. I didn't realize that Stoops has been there for 12 years, bro. That's a long time.
Damn. As long as me and Ashley done known each
12
other.
years, bro.
Damn.
12 years.
12 years of cat.
Yep. And it's just weird. Like, but it's weird though. Like, it's like a marriage that, like, we heard y'all was getting divorced, y'all was separated. We heard the divorce was coming. Now y'all back together again. But it doesn't look good. It looks worse than before. So why y'all back together?
Why are you doing this to yourself?
There's a bad girl named Texas A&M, and she got a whole different dude after she said she was gonna take him. Now he's back in the crib. It's a lot. It's a lot. That's a lot. I think they're gonna be absolutely fucking terrible this year. I think they're gonna be terrible. I hope they're better than they are. But the way I'm looking at it, Vince Merle knew when to leave the stoop. Know when to leave the stoop. Stoop kid leaves the stoop.
We welcome him.
Does U of L basketball going down to play them dirty ass Hawks in that playpen in Fayetteville get your blood going or no?
No.
I'm hyped about him. I ain't gonna lie
No.
to you.
it didn't get me going without Rick no more. Rick Calipari, like I realized that Rick and Calipari was it. I don't care about Calipari no more. I care more about like if we played Memphis than I would about playing Calipari.
Yeah, I don't really care.
It's
I don't
more
really care
so
because I think when Rick was here, and I can say this with full confidence now, as a biased and U of L fan and an unbiased person now that Rick is no longer here. Calipari just got his number. You seen it in the when they play the Sweet 16 this past year? You seen it, bro. He just got his number.
It's about
He knows how to attack Rick. He knows how to fluster, his teams with athleticism for the most part. And Rick has some athletes on their team,
he benched
Yeah,
him.
but Rick is gonna be Rick, bro. You know what I'm saying? Rick's gonna be Rick. And so it's kinda his like, his way or the highway type of thing. So and I feel like Kelsey, I seen this year that Kelsey knows how to coach because like when he came in, he was all 3-point oriented, this, that, and the third. And then when people started dropping like flies, he was like, okay, I gotta get to it. I gotta figure out different strategies to see how this team can win. So I ain't really excited about it. I'm really excited to keep seeing Pat Kelsey schedule these type of games, though. Not all just hate games. Give us a little bit of respect when it's time for us to be in the tournament. And we got a
And
roster.
that's why it's more so how favored the SEC was this past year. We need to win that game to give us some cushion for the tournament later, get us some more respect. It's not really even the Cal thing. It's more so like that ACC SEC challenge. We got shitted on. ACC sucked this year, and tournament time, SEC was heavily favored. They looked like football.
Yeah.
So a win there would help us out.
Yeah. I'm not a person though, like I'm not a person who like just because 1 year happens that now that's the new rule, that's the new norm. SEC just so much better. Like, okay, y'all have 1 year where y'all swept the ACC, so it made it look so much worse than what it was. But like I'm like, get off the SEC's dick. Like they're not gonna be that good, like in comparison to last year, this year. They're not gonna do that every time and every year and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of look at it and I'm just kind of like, don't put so much stock in this ACC SEC challenge. Don't you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not just because ESPN is the echo chamber for the SEC. Don't believe it. Like like just because they're good and they have resources and they can get as much as possible. That's one thing. But them just being your arms and legs so much better than everybody that their 12th team should get in over, whatever. That's
I just don't want to hear their mouth, bro.
I'll just put it simple like this. People in the SEC, they from the South. I'm gonna say that they're less educated. So you can hit them with that oversimplification of an argument and they can be like, oh yeah, da 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 da, and then they repeat it to themselves and everybody else at the water cooler because that's their mindsets. You can't trick me with that shit though. Just because you say something, then all your little SEC minions, Kentucky fans, SEC, SEC. Nigga, you're the doormat of the SEC. Shut up. Like, weren't you like the worst team in football and then like eighth or whatever in basketball? Like, you were literally and look how much they spending on their NIL. But we getting a roster that's just as good as that. Imagine you go to the strip club, we both leave with the same girl, you spend $10,000 more than me. And you're saying that you're better? What is wrong with you? You have a complex about yourself where you need to shit on people and you need to do these things in order to be who you are. I'm just being me. And that's why when you go back and look at the numbers and be like, why is Louisville a more profitable basketball program? And then Kentucky gets mad. Well, we do this, we do that. Look at all the shit that y'all sell for Nike. Look at all the shit everywhere. Kentucky this, we're everywhere this, and we're still more profitable than you. Because you go out there and you trick. Stop tricking.
Stop tricking.
How about that? Because eventually it's gonna burn you one day. Just be a solid motherfucker. That's all. That's what I was on.
I just don't want to hear them, honestly. That Coming from somebody who lived down there for a good 2.5 years, I don't want to hear him.
Nothing wrong with nothing wrong with tricking, but you know.
Just shut them the fuck up by beating them. There's nothing. That's it. We went down there. We did our thing against the SEC.
Yeah, so that's just my whole thing about it. I don't really care about the game. I ain't gonna lie to you. We playing Indiana though, and we playing Memphis supposedly, so that's pretty fire.
And St. John's this year too.
Maybe next. Yeah, I think it's like home and home or something.
No,
like that.
I think they said that wasn't happening. I think they said the St. John's thing ended up dwindling and that ain't happening.
Rick just be talking, huh?
Yeah. Is TJ McConnell the whitest white dude to hold it down for white people?
Right
In
now,
the NBA,
That's what I'm saying. I was saying right now.
him or Caruso.
He's the headiest, heady. I need a heady white guy. He's not athletic. He's this and that.
Yeah.
They said they had a picture of him, of Remy dripping blood from his mouth out of centers and was like, this is TJ McConnell in the playoffs.
My God.
They love hyping their white boys up. They love hyping the white boys up. That was about it, though. Yeah, that was about it. I was going to say, the only other thing I was going to say was the Grammys.
What about them?
These niggas created new categories this year.
What are they?
They make best diss track, nigga.
The best album cover. Weird.
Best album cover?
They brought that shit back. It ain't been back in a while. The best African music? I was like, that's kind of... Why do y'all love splitting niggas up? Why do y'all... Do it to y'allself. See, that's what I be talking about. Under the white guys, we're all white together. But African music, like, them nigga, Tim's and them must have went way too hard in Nigeria. You feel me? And then, this is the one that's getting everybody, though. They split country after Beyonce won. And it's contemporary country or traditional country.
They just don't want that.
Okay, I just wanted to make y'all's reaction. I don't even care about the
They
rest
just
of
want
it.
that.
I just wanted...
They just want them to be happy, I guess.
Well, enough white people complain.
It's a Beyonce effect. I mean, in real time.
For sure.
I'll just keep it simple.
They don't believe it's about black women, but she's the biggest, and then we don't want to, you know what?
It has nothing
I'm
to
gonna
do.
stop while
I
I'm
can
ahead.
see him
Today.
already.
I'm gonna stop while I'm ahead. All right, so we got 2 top 5s.
Which one's first?
Real quick,
Okay.
just the very last thing. None of us got the finals right.
Would have never thought it.
Wasn't
Ain't gonna lie to you.
I was on way to.
Would have never thought it, bro. Got my ass.
I got 1/2.
I got
I
9.
didn't get a half.
I think Marcus got the...
No, I didn't. I didn't get any.
Damn. Right. You're right.
Yeah.
Got 1/2, and then I don't think I ever told y'all I'm picking OKC to win, but they keep letting Indiana stick around.
Yeah. What happens?
We'll see.
I'm picking OKC to win, so you know they're gonna lose.
I'm gonna go hedge my shit and put my
Go
money on
hedge
the
your
Pacers
shit right
then.
now.
Damn, Marcus dropped out.
Damn. He'll be back, right? He can just come back,
He'll
right?
be back soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna hedge my shit and put some money on the Pacers then. I don't know.
I can't believe neither one of us picked. None of us picked, like that's...
We was making jokes about it. We said with the Pacers and the Nuggets, and here we are though. I mean, Pacers and the
But they've been
Thunder.
playing good. Watching the Pacers though, you could tell they're a really good team. They
Right.
built really well. They don't really got superstar that will hold the ball and do too much. Everybody's everybody's a star in their role.
They a good team. Their ace, you'd have to say, it's Siakam or Halliburton. But and then sometimes the way Hallie, he's just so...
It's just don't look pretty, but I think if you getting that motherfucker off,
he's mysterious to me because he will drop off the face of the earth, or he will be, the run he's having is crazy. But in this run, he has games where he just drops off. Like, I don't know.
Dang, I just seen that
So,
thing. It was posted. He wanted for attempted murder.
Maybe.
That's crazy, bro. That is crazy.
I gotta know the details.
What you think happened, Marcus? Who you think it went dead?
I don't know. I guess so. I would have had to go dead or something. Says he back, but his video ain't came through.
Oh,
I wonder if it made...
there you go.
It's showing you twice on
I
mine.
only see him once.
Yeah, you should be
What
alright.
your
I
what your
know.
computer die?
Nah, I don't know what happened.
Does it still have you as the host?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if it changed
It's
to me.
weird now because y'all done flipped on my
Yep.
screen.
There we
Yeah.
I got 4 panels. Your other panel is black, and then it's you.
See, I still only see 3.
Cool. All right.
And
Well,
last,
yeah.
did you get the last question off?
Which what?
I don't know. I thought you were going. I
We
thought you.
finished. I mean, we
Yeah,
finished up the little.
his last question was just basically saying we didn't get the finals right.
And then, what do you think about the Carter 6?
Ain't gonna lie to you, brother. Ain't even turned it on, my boy.
Good. Protect yourself.
Okay.
Protect
Do
it.
you like Wayne? Do you hold him at a certain esteem?
All right, so I'll explain to y'all. I'll try to be short, but I have a tendency of being long-winded. But music for me, bruh, is like different now. So it's like I know that the rappers that I came up on, they're getting older, and they
Like KD.
yeah. So I just know like I never like spawned off Wayne. Like I was hyped when the Carter 2 came out because I loved Carter 1. Like, I vividly remember getting Carter 1 with Marcus at Shawnee Park at the little family reunion thing that they have in Shawnee Park where all the family reunion tents and stuff. It came out, we was walking. I remember buying Carter 1 on disc. And I was like, oh damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I vividly remember listening to T.I. Urban Legend, going to I think we were going to Myrtle Beach, I think. Like we had that mug in that's when Miss Bonnie had the Dodge van and they had the fatback TV in there and we used to play the game in the van. Let's see. So it's like when your rappers start to get older, bro, and they transition into different avenues of revenue making, you gotta respect that. I just don't think Wayne has really, from a standpoint of a casual fan, I don't think he's like, I don't think he took his star power and like shifted it towards something that he can transition to. So he's still forced to rap to create revenue for himself, which he can still go on tours and shows and like he's got a big enough core fan base that he can do that every year for the rest of his life if he wanted to, right? But as far as like putting out new music, like if you put out new music and as I grow as a listener, I need to hear you grow as an artist. So it's like now for me, I rather listen to people like Larry June and stuff like that, like lifestyle rappers, people that are just rapping about regular stuff over timeless beats, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. And I just think Wayne, he's a really good rapper of words. Sort of like Eminem. They both really good rappers of words, but it's like their songs don't have any subject value for you to be like, I'm gonna keep listening to this again. So it's like I ain't listened to a Carter album since Carter 3. I'm just telling the truth. You feel me? I done heard songs and snippets and some tidbits and stuff, but I don't have it in me anymore to sit down, be hype about an album release from Lil Wayne. Like, it just ain't what drives me anymore.
You kind of confirmed all the things we discussed earlier.
You know?
This one ain't it. This one ain't it. I mean, I'll
Squish,
keep
squish,
it.
squish.
The last one I probably listen to for real is 4. My favorite is 3.
Cause see, like for
Yeah.
me, bruh, I have core people that I love listening to, and I'll just listen to their music. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
So it's
spamming them people.
like, Rick Ross is one of my favorites. Wale is one of my favorite. I know this is not a popular name anymore because Kendrick smacked him, but I still listen to Drake. You know what I'm saying? Larry June right now is like, and my wife put me on Larry June. I used to couldn't stand him at first. Like, I'm like, bro, what the fuck is you listening to, bro? Like, what the fuck is this? And then like went to Florida one year and we listened to him, and I was like, damn, I can understand why she listened to him. Like, regular dude rapping about regular stuff on classic, timeless beats, in my opinion. And so, like, that's just the kind of stuff that I'm on now.
So the vibe has changed,
For
and Lil Wayne is not.
for sure.
Lil Wayne, he could, yeah. Why don't he just like turn into like Snoop Lion or
Because
something?
that's just not who he is, bro. He does. That's what I'm saying. He hasn't been able to, like, even if like all the people that I just named, like Rick Ross, like Ross hasn't really put out an album in a few years either. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't hit the same. Like, and Ross got some classic albums. Like, he got 2 classic albums to me. So, but it's just when you start to get older, you don't want to hear. I don't want to hear braggadocious rap anymore. Like, I want to hear stuff that I can relate to, stuff that I'm going through. I want to hear positivity. All that stuff. And I just know that's how I know I'm getting old, bro. Like, I went.
Yeah, you. That's what I was about to
I'm
say.
getting
Like, you
old
sound
because
older.
we went to an R&B party. And like, it was this R&B party, but it was like people in there. You know how you ever went somewhere and you look around and you like, I don't know none of these motherfuckers. That's how it was. Like, I knew some people in there, but I'm looking around like, I ain't never seen this person. I ain't never,
Ain't my
it ain't my
crowd.
crowd. So, but it was cool, right? And then it was R&B, so it was playing. And then they took a break from R&B and they went like a little ratchet set. And I looked at Rachel and she looked at me and she was like, it's time to go. I was like, it is, because it just ain't my scene no more. That stuff just don't move me anymore.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Thing about it is he ain't even good. All right, let me rephrase that. That album ain't even good at what he's good at. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, all right, we kind of know what to expect from Wayne, but he's washed in that too to
Yeah.
me. So it's like, the scorer can't score no more. You
You gotta
know?
know when to hang it up. That's why I say you have to be able to preserve your legacy, bro, whatever you do. So you really gotta know when it's time to call it quits. Cause if not, then people gonna keep talking about you like we talking about it. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta know, like, shit, that was the last time I could do it like that, so.
And earlier Marcus asked, would you want him to, or maybe B fans, one of y'all asked, would you want him to make another one? No, because I feel like it would go even more off the rails. He might try to make another one to prove like, oh, I still got it, and it's gonna go even
Yeah,
worse, you know?
yeah.
So that's it.
It's just crazy to me that Ronald Isley is still making music worth something, and this nigga Wayne can't. That's
It's 2
crazy.
different type of music stuff. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
I know.
R&B, bro, will never die, bro. If you can sing and
Nah,
and it's not the same. Like, you can sing and people can write the songs for you, but you can sing, you can melodize it, harmonize it, whatever. You can still do it, but Wayne is just,
get on your Drake shit. Make him write for you. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Let Drake write for you. Shit. I don't know what to tell you.
No, for real. Or just get a bunch of Drake features.
It'll work. That'll work. That'll work.
maybe.
Not right now. I mean, he's wise, but I mean,
Yeah.
that would have worked.
Right.
So you want to get the top 5s?
Which one we gonna do first?
I think I'm gonna do point guard first. Okay.
Cause I'm off the top. I'm off the top of the dome with it. I ain't write this down. This is just me thinking of, and this was who we seen play. Right? Is that what we said?
Just during our
Lifetime.
lifetime.
During
Yeah.
our lifetime. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, more so like, ones that you kind of saw do their thing, from
Right.
that age of
Right.
I know what's going on.
Shout out to my bros, Juice Daddy. Now they're 2 brothers. Juice Daddy, go follow them on Insta. This is their poppy, pineapple, strawberry, cucumber, watermelon, and lime. And this one is their stepdaddy. Apple, celery, lemon, kale, ginger. It's a sweet with earthy taste. You can get orders from them online. You can pick them up. You can see them at the farmers market. They're at both the St. Matthews and the New Albany farmers market on Saturdays. Just tap in with them, man.
All right, so 5, I'm going Rajon Rondo. All right, I put him at 5 just because he was never really able to shoot like super effectively. But his defense, his passing, and the way he got other people involved is like top tier. This is gonna be probably an unpopular opinion here or whatever. Number 4, White Chocolate, Jason Williams. I love Jason Williams, bruh. He was so cold to me, bruh. I always loved how he passed the ball, how he was able to, get to his spots. He was able to shoot. He was able to do all type of stuff like that.
Not unpopular at all.
Number 3.
No white people in my top 5.
Huh?
No white people in my top 5.
None.
I even got a foreigner in there.
Damn.
Y'all gonna be, he's gonna
You
be
picked
mad.
Ricky
He's
Rubio
gonna
or
be
some
so
shit.
mad at my
I ain't
top.
gonna be
He's gonna
mad
be
because
so
I know it's gonna be probably.
Yeah,
it's
you
gonna
are.
Be,
Yeah,
I know
you
you're gonna
are. I
have
know
Tony
what.
Parker in there probably.
No, he's not. No,
I
he's
know
not. Shut
probably
up.
in there. 3 for me, Gary Payton. I like
Okay.
Gary
Okay.
Payton. I thought Gary Payton was like
Glove.
his defense, all that type of stuff, like was top tier.
We should have known when you picked them.
Yeah, the Sonics.
Sonic
Yeah.
Jerk.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
Let's see, number 2. You stumped me with the no white people, bro, because I feel like I gotta put one in there. I feel like I gotta put him in there. I feel like I have to, but you stumped me, bro. Now I feel like I shouldn't, but I feel like I got to. I don't count Jason Williams.
TJ McConnell?
Shut up. I don't think I don't count Jason Williams as white. You feel me? That's white chocolate, bro.
He's not. Even though he's from West Virginia, which is like the whitest place on
Yeah,
earth.
let me to.
I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing.
Nah, you really got me stumped,
my
bro.
part.
For real, they got me, bro. But
Throw Pete Maravich up there. I don't care.
I won't judge you.
fucking Jason Kidd, I'm tripping. Jason Kidd, number 2.
See, now that's half. So you done. Yeah, Jason Kidd though.
Jason Kidd, number
Kidd.
2.
He's tough. He's tough.
And for number 1 for me, Bubba Chuck, man. AI.
All right, y'all might fight me on this, but since Eric Snow is so heavily printed in my mind, I don't know if he's a point guard.
You don't know who's the point guard? Allen Iverson? Allen Iverson was the point guard, bro. I ain't worried about Eric Snow, dog. Don't talk to me about
He said I ain't worried about.
I ain't worried about Eric Snow, bro.
They ran.
I ain't worried about
point
Eric Snow,
guard.
bro. Allen
Eric
Iverson,
Snow
bro.
weekend.
Allen Iverson, number 1. And I
I'm
know
worried about-
this is gonna happen. One of y'all gonna say somebody that I didn't think of, then forget. But I just like to go off the top of the dome. I don't like to think about it too much and research. I just want to get my raw opinion in time. So I look at the question, I think about it for a second, but I don't delve deep into it because I want my raw opinion to be heard.
I still, even though I research, I go off
Your
who
likeness.
affects me and not like the historical.
Yeah, and see that's what I did because that's why I didn't put Magic Johnson in there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
you know,
We didn't see
Right,
them. I mean,
bro,
you know what I'm saying?
We
We
didn't
didn't
see
play
them
like
take-
that.
I'm smoking dope.
Steve Nash?
No, bro, fucking Steph. Time the fuck out. Skirt.
Okay, I'm just
and
making sure. I'm just making
and
sure.
Skirt. And
You want me-
skirt.
There's a couple more. I just want to make sure.
Skirt.
There's a couple.
What the fuck? Who did I put in there that I can take out?
No, you might need somebody else taken out.
I'll have to take GP out. I'll take GP out. I'll put Steph Curry. I'll put Steph Curry 2. I'll put Allen Iverson 1, Steph Curry 2, Jason Kidd 3, Jason Williams 4, Rondo 5. I'll stick with that. That's my final answer.
I'm ready to break them down.
Yeah, I
I'm
know
ready.
you all, bro. Y'all gonna say
You
something.
gonna let me break them
Somebody,
down?
one of y'all
You-
gonna say
you got
somebody,
it,
and I'm
bro.
gonna be like, "Damn, bro, what the fuck, bro?" But I'm
feel like-
literally
I
just
don't
saying
know
thinking I
why.
didn't say Steph trip.
I feel like Mark is about to take like half my list. I don't know why. We'll see. We'll see.
Get your shit off, shit. Get your
All
shit.
right. Okay. Oh, I've been trying not to do honorable mentions, but Steph is definitely an honorable mention. I didn't forget about him.
You don't got him in the
mean,
5?
I know it's
Well,
crazy,
yes.
but like I said,
Yeah, sticky. It's getting sticky.
I did ones that had.
My God.
I did one that had more of an effect on
Okay,
me.
I need to hear this.
Kinda. Because this number 5 can be Steph or this guy. So let's start. Number 5, I put D Rose because
I told you, I knew it. I knew Dabo was gonna lose it. I was waiting for that one. I was waiting
Okay,
for that
okay.
one.
I put D Rose. That's the best athletic point guard that I've seen play. And he just used to do ridiculous stuff. I don't even know how he used to move like just the shiftiness and do it in air. Like it's
Have you
just
seen a dude who does his pro hops? Who says how Derrick Rose used to
I,
move, and he
there's
just
people that do them, but I've seen one at
Dang.
least.
yeah,
D Rose. Okay.
Yeah.
the road.
Number 4, I know it's gonna be ridiculous, but just let me get through my list and I'll explain each one while I put them
Dre
there.
Miller.
That nigga's in the negative list, nigga. Number 4, Allen Iverson.
That's fine.
Changed the game, small point guard, led his team to the finals. He was that man. Everybody wanted to be AI. Everybody wanted to cross everybody like AI. I never had handles like that, but in my head, I could do it. Number 3, Steve motherfucking Nash.
See, I felt bad not putting Nash in there, but
That's my one white. That's
I feel like he needed to. I
literally
can agree with that.
he's part of the reason I became a Mavs fan. Him and Dirk,
Mhm.
their duo, like I just gravitated towards it. I was like, yeah, I like this.
Mike Bibby would have counted as white if you would have tried to use him too. I don't just
He might be in the same little realm as
Jason Kidd.
Jason Williams
Jason
or
Kidd.
Jason
That's
Kidd.
crazy.
Right.
That's crazy.
Oh.
That's crazy. Shout
Number
out to
2, Rondo. I feel like he's underrated. I mean,
that's the perfect transition. Doug Bibby right in the rock.
like exactly. I feel like Damo, gave a little breakdown. Also, he's a hometown kid. Like even at when we was younger than him, but I knew what I was watching. I was like, shit, this is crazy,
Remember when Doug Bibby's team came back on us and
bro. I was just talking about this with Rodney. I mean, literally,
we was up like
yeah,
20
who
points to
talking
start the
to?
game, bro. And
And
we came
came
out
back.
and Doug Bibby's team came back on us, bro.
You got
Motherfuckers.
me on the edge of my seat now because I gotta know who number 1
Who my
is.
number 1? And last thing about Rondo, IQ out of this world.
Yeah,
As far as
crazy.
my IQ.
Don't play him in Connect 4.
Somehow that's in my head, like just that he was good at that. Number 1, Jason Kidd.
Oh my gosh. So
He
Dallas bias. Oh gosh.
he got me the only championship that I've seen my team have.
Okay.
He was the point guard of that team. So like,
Okay.
like he said, it's a real bias for it. He's got the game to back it up too, but that's why he lands at number 1.
Does he got the coaching to back it up, Rashad? Does he have the coaching?
Okay.
I sure hope
That's
so.
that's okay.
I sure hope so. We'll see in the end.
It was Dirk. It was Dirk and Jason Terry.
They definitely was a big part, but he had the ball in his hand a lot. He guided us there. So
Okay.
It was Eric Dampier.
All right, I gotta hear Marcus's name.
My third string center.
Okay, so my honorable mention be Tony Parker.
Okay.
All right.
As
Okay.
close as we'll get. Everybody needs a Frenchie, so I'll throw a Frenchie on there. Number 5, Steve Francis.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know why. I don't know why I liked him so much. And I had to
Well,
choose
you
between
tried
like
with
him and like Baron Davis. I feel like
Okay.
somebody like it, but like Steve Francis
Okay.
and the Rockets team, nostalgic. I fuck with Steve Francis.
Well, you kind of played like him, like doing them fucking 360 layups and shit
Hey,
on him.
yeah, nigga. Talking about nigga. But anyways, number 4, I gotta go with Kyrie.
He wasn't far off my
Look
list.
at Damo's face.
Listen, he wasn't far off my list because, like I said, the heavy Mavs shit. It's just the other two did more for me for the Mavs, but Kyrie's like that.
He might be one of the most skilled people ever.
Ever. I agree.
Ever.
Okay. And see, y'all done said these people, but I can see where everybody's different. So I still like my list. Okay. So you got what's that? What's that number 3 or 4?
4.
Okay, who's 3?
Number 3, you know the answer. AI, baby.
Okay.
A GPT himself. Number 2, Steph.
Okay.
Gosh, for a dude who don't play defense, for the last 2 dudes who don't play defense, like, geez, the offense is
So who's
ridiculous.
number 1?
Absolutely. He's my favorite point guard of all time. He's Russell Westbrook with a jump shot. Derrick Rose.
Oh, okay.
Derrick Rose. He's sorry, Rondo. I meant to put you in my honorable mentions.
I'm kind of
because
salty I didn't have Derrick Rose. And I mean, I wanted
Rondo,
to put Steve Nash, but like y'all was saying, it's the people that we want, not the historical value or whatever. But I'm upset about D Rose. But I don't think I would change my list, bro. Like, I like my list, so I can't be mad at it.
I love D Rose. I didn't even like those Chicago teams for real. He made me like them.
Yeah,
I don't like Joe. I don't like Kurt Heinrich.
Kirk
and
Heinrich.
fucking Wild Dick and Tyrus Tom. Who was it? Tyrus Tom? Yeah, like I ain't care for none of that. I was there for Derrick Rose, and I love and yeah, just like I said, honorable mention. Shout out Rondo. Blah blah blah. When I was a kid, my pops used to hoop with him on Wednesdays and shit like that. So I used to always see Rondo, and that nigga's been gifted ever since God gave him the gift. Nigga, that's how Cody's been. Don't let nobody fool you. That nigga's like that. And niggas be like, he's not an NBA scorer. He's not this. I've watched that nigga pull up and hit about 15 out of 23s. You feel me? Because people just don't respect how good NBA players can shoot.
Yeah.
And how hard it is to shoot at that speed, at that, all that shit. So, yep, shout out Rondo.
And that shit just came across the ESPN ticker. Y'all wasn't lying.
It's real. That makes it. It's
How about
really
that?
ESPN.
Antonio
Goddamn.
Brown. And it's on the Shade Room.
That's bro.
AB stands for attempted battery.
I gotta know what he did at this time now.
All right, so like I was telling them, so we just parlayed. For anybody who wants to know, we parlay in. I can't even remember the first person. We're parlaying pardons.
Oh yeah.
We parlayed an NBA young boy with what the fuck was it? I don't know, but we're trying to parlay it now with a Diddy and Antonio Brown because Antonio Brown has been known for being a little MAGA. I'm gonna let you know he's getting pardoned.
The list
Wow.
grows.
All right, dunkers.
Yep. Let's move.
I'll
to
start
it.
it out.
Okay.
Dunkers that I've seen in my lifetime.
And this done gotta be because my list ain't all strictly what they've done in the NBA.
Okay.
Mine's kind of everywhere. I'm not saying everywhere, but solid list. I feel like go pound for pound with anybody's dunk list. Number 5, Jason Richardson. Still in my head that in the slam dunk competition when he did the between the legs 360 off the hoop.
Yeah.
Crazy. That blew my mind. I remember seeing that like, what the fuck? It's back, Sports Center used to come on. You used to have to catch it at the right time. Nigga, it'd be 11:02. Nigga, if you ain't catch it at that time, it was open. See it next hour. Number 4, Josh Smith. Forgot about my boy Josh Smith. That big lefty come down the lane. Boom on the nigga.
He was solid on 2K.
Man, he was cold. His dunk package on 2K was ornery.
That's smooth.
Number 3, had to put a big man in there. I think he's the greatest dunking big man of all time. Probably besides Will Chamberlain. Dwight Howard.
Okay.
I think he's better than DeAndre Jordan, even though DeAndre Jordan has just murdered Brandon Knight. But besides that, Dwight Howard, people forget how much respect you had to pay him. He'd catch the ball and do whatever. So number 2, a small name, but that nigga was Gerald Green. I've seen him in person. He's really 6'7", 6'8". He's really 6'8". And ironically, you know who I saw him with? Delonte West. Can you imagine that pair out in public together? They had to be wild.
Is that when they played for Houston?
This is when they played together at Boston, nigga, when Paul Pierce was up there. And this was back when Jermaine O'Neal was with the Pacers the year after they got into the fight. That's how long ago. That's when Gerald Green was just a kid, just got drafted out of high school, all that shit.
I always think about the candle blowout.
Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. He was always a top 5 favorite of mine while he was playing.
Okay.
Number 1, y'all know what it is.
Vince Carter gotta be.
Lucky enough to see him in person. And when I saw him in person, he did some shit that didn't even look. It don't look real when he dunks. Vinsanity.
Okay. That's why
It
I was
don't even
looking
look
at
real.
like,
That's not a real person when he dunks.
no way he can't be on the list.
It don't look right. When he dunked on Alonzo Mourning, it looked like he jumped up, sat on his head, farted on him, and then dunked it. I mean,
He
for
took
real.
the impact.
I ain't never
real.
seen no shit like that. Measuring Alonzo Mourning up to jump on his back. Who does that? That's not real people.
Like, what more do you want me to do if you're Alonzo Mourning? Like, I would have had to pull him out of the air, like literally just go up and tackle.
Like,
I mean,
no, because he would have done you like Michael Jordan in Space Jam, and he still would have dunked on your ass.
all right, I'll go ahead with mine, and then you can do yours off the top. Dummy.
All right.
But when mention Washington Wizards, Michael Jordan.
All right.
Oh, like, is there a dunk that I didn't see?
I know he wasn't dunking in them 23s or whatever that nigga was trying to sell with the Wizards.
All right, top 5. Number 5.
Shit.
We got T. Will for his time at Louisville. Like
Okay.
I used to look forward to the games, just like, what's he gonna do today? Let me see something.
too.
We get a fast break. I'd be like, while I was looking, I did see some of his NBA dunks, and wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
You know,
Shout out E5 too. Just how to say that.
right. Make sure he see this too.
Right.
Number 4, Zion Williamson in high school. I don't give a fuck who he was playing against. That highlight package is unbelievable. Like I was hooked. I ain't gonna lie. I used to weekly get on YouTube and be like, let's see what he do now. Because I mean, unbelievable. Number 3, this is cheating a little bit, but I did what I did. Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon, specifically the dunk contest. They brought it back for just a couple years when they were doing their thing, and then it sucks again now. But that, especially the one where they was dueling,
Yeah.
I mean, that shit was nasty. Like,
It was.
couldn't believe some of that. Number 2, Blake Griffin. His in-game, and this is NBA, obviously. Them in-game dunks, the posters, the ones where he wasn't even dunking. He was just so high, he was just throwing that motherfucker in the round. Yo, it's shit, bro.
Did he do Kendrick Perkins? Like,
if I put mine up, I'm gonna specifically try to find that one. Like, and fucking shit on him. I don't even know why I want to, but whatever.
right.
And number 1, we might have a unanimous one. We'll see when Damo does his. Number 1, Vince Carter. Half man, half amazing.
Mine's gonna be number 1. He's gonna be my number 1 too.
The in-game dunks, the dunk contest, you know.
He's the best all-around dunker ever, in game and dunk.
So I got number 5 on mine. Let's see. I go Dominique Wilkins, number 5. That's what I'm named it after, by the way. Number 4, I'll go Jason Richardson. In the top 5 dunkers. Number 3, I'll go Sean Kemp.
Okay. He likes Seattle.
I thought about him.
Excuse me. Like Seattle. Damn.
Bless you.
Number 1, what am I on? 3? I'm on 2
now.
I'm on 2. Man, I gotta go LeBron.
I was wondering.
If anybody would.
Yeah.
I was thinking about his dunks. He's dunked on
Yeah, I gotta go
everybody.
LeBron at 2. And I gotta go Vince Carter at 1.
It's been a while since we've had, I think with B Fines, our unanimous one was for the albums. We all picked Kendrick's, I think. So that was the last time we had a unanimous number 1. So
Yeah.
It's been some time.
I think that was
Vince Carter.
Vince Carter, self-explanatory of all the stuff that he's done and he did. He deserves that number 1 unanimous.
Yes,
Think
sir.
about he has them, half man, half amazing. Is that what he calls them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he has LeBron, like LeBron's dunk over Tim Duncan and LeBron's dunk over Jason Terry and LeBron's dunk over Kevin Garnett. Like, yeah, those are crazy dunks. Vince Carter's are unbelievable.
Yeah.
They're unbelievable.
Yes.
Like, so
The LeBron over Terry was a murder, though.
it was Brandon Knight-ish.
That was a murder.
That was.
But yeah, Vince is Vince.
Speaking of Antonio Brown,
This shit's crazy. I can't believe it. I didn't even know about that.
I think that's it.
I got all my shit out before we started.
Oh yeah. So what's your you going? Where you going with? Al Qaeda or the Taliban?
It's Halligan.
But
What is cause Shay Alexander? Yeah, Halligan.
I
Halligan.
was about to say, and then my boy Pascal Siakam, they said he's the pirate from
You are the
Yep.
captain. I didn't know.
Captain. And I was like,
Yeah, he does look like that dude. He does.
he looks just like him.
He does look like that dude.
Jesus.
He does.
They posted his face on it, but I was like, you didn't even have to do that. You could have just posted it. We would have
Right, he
known.
could just post his face with his teeth.
Teeth.
Teeth. Hey, before we get off here, I got a ploy to my black people out here. This is all black people around the world and in America.
B Fines has something for him. So now Damo got something for black people. Let's go.
Bruh, stop putting the S on words that don't have S. I'm sick of
Mine.
it, bruh. I'm sick of it. Okay? I'm
Hey,
sick of it.
Kroger's.
Norton's. I hate when I work at Norton's. I'm going to Norton's. It's Norton. I fucking can't stand it. I hate when people say Meek Mills. It's not Meek Mills. It's Meek.
He's only one meal.
It's only one meal.
that's all his contract was for.
Another
man.
one. Hold on. Another one.
Just one.
A Meek Mill on top
White
of that.
Castles. It's not White Castles. It's White Castle.
I suffer from that one. I can't
It is
even lie
White
to you.
Castle.
I suffer from them all.
White Castle. Hold on, I got another one. You made me lose it. Fuck. I had it right there on the tip of my tongue. White Castles. We said Kroger's. Oh, Aldi's. It's not Aldi's. It's Aldi or
It is.
Aldi, however you say it. It's not
Only
an
one of
S.
I didn't know that either. I say, so I'm going to Aldi.
Yeah, I'm going to
That
Aldi.
sounds weird.
Yes, no, I'm not going to Aldi's.
I'm going to Kroger's.
It's Kroger.
But, as a kid, it got on my nerves when people used to say ass instead of ask.
Oh, yeah.
Ass. You're going to
Ask.
ask me. Ask
It's
me.
Yeah,
ask.
it's
It's
ask.
ask.
Yeah, it's ask.
Or ask.
Yeah, it's ask.
Don't ask me shit. Don't ask me
Like-
shit.
Yeah,
Like that's
Okay.
they're
Say-
saying it like AXE, like axe.
that's my number one right now. Like, oh, bro, it bothers me, bro, when people put the S on stuff,
And then
especially Meek Mills. Like Meek Mills, oh, bro, I can't stand that.
He's only one
I don't
man.
know why, bro. That just pisses me off. Meek Mills pisses me off, and I think
It's not a group.
Norton's, like that's the biggest ones. Norton's, like, oh, bro, especially, bro, if you work somewhere, you can't say it wrong. You go there every day. I work at Norton's.
that's not true.
Like, yeah, I can't, bro. That's
That's
one of
not
them one, bro, that
Uh,
gets me, bro. It gets me.
You know how you get,
It gets my skin boiling.
you got that one like old person in your family who just say everybody's name wrong. Like, bro, Mark's starting to turn into that. Why did he say? Why he called Cat? He called that nigga. He said Townsend. He said Carl Anthony Townsend. I said who?
Yeah, he was way off,
He's
cuz.
new nigga.
He was way off.
He said Townsend.
Yeah, he was way off. He was way off. Oh
Is it-
my God.
Is this some
Yeah,
new nigga?
that's why I said, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know if it comes with like getting older. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It does,
but
bro.
like when we be at work, bro, that'd be the thing too, bro. Like older people are so gullible, bro, and I can't stand it. Like, you be at work, bro, and they be on Facebook or they be scrolling, and then you hear them.
Media literacy.
You hear them talking about something, bro, and you be like, bro, you don't even know what you're talking about. You just
gas all the time,
seen
bro.
something and it was fake news, and you reporting and just spewing misinformation in the world. Like they was talking about on the bus the other day, they was talking about Vanessa Bryant being pregnant. You hear all the stuff about the Diddy stuff, like just people just be saying stuff that they hear, and then they just be regurgitating it like it's pure fact. Like, bro, that's not fact. Y'all being weak. Y'all didn't cite y'all sources. Y'all didn't check y'all sources. Y'all just seen what y'all read, and then y'all just hold it as true. I don't like that's another one, bro. Can't like it. There's another thing I can't stand. I'm sorry, I'm going on a rant now. But if you're in public,
Good.
bro, and you got your phone loud as hell, if you watching something in your phone loud as hell, if you talking on the phone and you got it on speakerphone, bruh. Get you some headphones, bruh.
Probably like talking on the phone in front of people, even just to my ear. I
Now, if
would
you
try
at
to walk
home,
off a
bruh,
little
and you
bit.
put it on speakerphone, you moving around, you don't
Whatever.
feel like
Right,
holding
that's
the phone, but
different.
you in public, bruh, don't put that phone on speakerphone, man.
Turn that shit
That's
off.
just ass, bro.
Don't do it, man.
Y'all know old
Remind
people
me,
need some
remind me of
etiquette.
the niggas that used to walk down the street listening to their phone music on loud and shit.
Like it's
My grandfather? You talking about my grandfather?
That's what he do.
What? If he doesn't like what you're playing at a function, he'll turn his phone up as loud as he can and set it right beside him.
bruh. Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
It's wilding for sure.
That's equivalent to them niggas who used to walk down the street with a boombox on their shoulder. That's exactly what it's like. So pray for them niggas, man.
Damn.
So. All right, man. Shit.
We got plenty of advice for black people today.
We do. We gotta lie.
Stop taking.
I'm
Stop
about to put
making
that
them,
as a
bruh.
compliment.
Stop putting the plural on them words or possessive. You know what I'm saying? We might have to go back to grammar school, y'all. But y'all gotta stop doing that. All right? Yeah, it's mine. You know what I'm saying? It's
You better
mine.
ask somebody.
So
You gonna ask about mines? It was at Norton's. Then I went to Aldi's. Then I went to Kroger's.
nah.
And the White Castles.
And
And
White Castles.
while I was listening
Still.
to Meek Mills.
On my phone. Loud as
You
fucking
filthy.
public. I wish a motherfucker would say something to me while I'm listening to Meek Mills.
You don't know you.
Y'all stupid, man. Y'all stupid, guys.
Shit.
Y'all know.
That sounds like a Mad Lib. That sounds like a Mad Lib we was doing
Crazy.
together. Shit. All right, fellas. Well, shit. Sleep good since we held niggas up late.
Yeah.
I ain't going to sleep yet.
But y'all
Me either.
ain't. I'm about to be knocked.
I am. I give about 5. Good.
What time you gotta be at work?
Mouth to mouth.
Bro, I gotta tell you some stuff about work too, Marcus, bro.
Oh, God.
I'll wait till you stop recording, but I gotta tell you some stuff about work.
Hold on.